Weep Grana Weep Nitty Bong. I'm Engineer Hoist, and this is our weekly Transformers Earth Wars and general Transformers topics stream. We talk about Transformers Earth Wars news, crack a few crystals, and do all sorts of other stuff. If it's your first time here and you like what you see, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon, and you can be notified to come back for more. Before we get started, let's go and see everybody who's in the chat. I'm still trying to work out which direction everything is there. I saw Damon Swinky's here, John Beekman, Spooky Boy, Sentius Magnus, good to see you, C-Pass, Gus Britt, Danny, Shark Z, Chris Taylor, Oki Woodpokan, Big D, Oktar, Mr. Jeff, I think I saw Woody up there in the chat early on, and it's great to have you guys here as always because you guys subscribed and hit that notification bell. So without further ado, which is an overused phrase on YouTube, I still catch myself doing it sometimes. Let's go talk about the news for this week. We talk about this upcoming event, which is called the Recruitment Drive. Now, also, if you saw the thumbnail, which you probably did, because that's how the video started, we're getting some new bots, and you could probably figure out who they are. I knew they were coming from the Beast Wars era, based on last week's storyline in the game. But we'll get there in a second. Let's go ahead and talk about the event. It's called Recruitment Drive, and we'll also find out which new bots are coming to the Earth Wars. Gather your alliance and take part in this weekend's event to win up to 5,000 premium shards. That's 5 premium crystals. Up to 2,500 4-star shards. That is a full 4-star crystal, even if you had 0 shards. If you and your alliance can finish this entire event, which is 400,000 points. Yeah, I'm just checking my math. You'll get a 4-star crystal. Now, it's just a standard 4-star crystal that you use from shards, so nothing special about it. You can also win up to 6 million Energon, 6 million Alloy, 50,000 Spark, up to 60 Mark III battle boosts, and I think it's 10 of each of the first kind, field repairs and stuff like that. And let's see, and then also here, this is a first for an event. You can win up to 10 Superion or Devastator 3-star crystals. These are based obviously on whichever faction you are. The Autobots will be getting 3-star Superion crystals. The Decepticons will be getting 3-star Devastator crystals. This is what an Alliance Prestige event. I think they might call it a totalizer. I like to call it a prestige event because there are multiple prestiges. There are 10 to be exact, and it's triple XP, starting on the usual Friday, ending on Sunday, Monday time frames that the events usually do, as stated right there on the slide. How do you participate? Just like every event, you have to be headquarters level 4. Because this is an alliance event, you have to be in an alliance. You tap the event button, you select the event battle zone, win your battle, get some points, and then go and collect your prizes along with your alliance mates. The battle zones, as shown on the screen, are the standard battle zones. They are not the flat 10 points per zone. They are the increasing based on your zone. And here are the totalizer prizes per prestige. Now, this is just as I usually do when it's a long list of prizes. I summarize, this is the total you can get each prestige. So you can get these prizes times 10. Every 2,000 points your alliance scores, you're getting another prize. It's going to be a little bit of alloy, a little bit of spark, one of the battle boosts, some 4-star shards, and finally, if you get to 40,000, it's 40,000 points per prestige will get you a 3-star combiner crystal for either Superion or Devastator. So every 40,000 that you score on your way to 400,000 total, you'll get another 3-star Superion or Devastator crystal. What can you get out of that 3-star Superion or Devastator crystal? Well, you could get these guys. If most of you guys, if you play in the game, you might know which bots these are, but just in case you don't, for the Autobots you could get Power Glide, Silverbolt, Alpha Bravo, Air Raid, Skydive, or Firefly. For the Decepticons, you can get Scrapper, Hook, Bone Crusher, Long Haul Mix Master, or Scavenger. There's nothing special about these crystals other than the fact that it's limited to 3-star versions of these. You can still get a duplicate, and you're not guaranteed to get the one that you need, unfortunately, but if you complete the event, you got 10 chances. So hopefully everybody's going to get what they need to complete their Superion or Devastator Combiner if you haven't done it already. So yeah, moving on to the new bots, I guess. A lot of you guys guessed it from the thumbnail. Perhaps you saw the newsletter already. But the next bot for the Autobots is actually a Maximal, and his name is Rhinox. Obviously from the Beast Wars era, he was one of the main bots on their ship, along with, I'm sure it has a name, but I can't remember it, along with Optimus Primal and Cheetor and Rat Trap. So we've already got Primal, and, Monkey Prime as we call him here, and Cheetor in the game, but now we're getting Rhinox. Now he is a little different than he's usually shown. Usually he's more of a tan type of a color, and they went with gray, and I think it's actually a good thing, because if you think about it, if he were actually the normal tan color and he's on the attacking the Decepticon bases like he would be, he's going to practically be invisible. It would actually be good for him, good camouflage, where they wouldn't even be able to see him. But since we're actually controlling them and we need to see where he is, it's not actually good for us to control him. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise, he looks really good. He's a little more Cybertronian as opposed to organic in this design, which is actually pretty cool. And I think Optimus Primal is a little bit that way as well. I do have the Generations Rhinox here. We'll take a look at him on the bigger screen in a little bit. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then his counterpart for the Decepticons is actually a Predacon, and that is Tarantulas. Now, I've said before on this channel that if they bring out Rhinox, Tarantulas would be an excellent pairing because of their chain gun, their multiple attack and stuff like that. And checking out the VIP chat in the Discord server earlier, I saw a few other people saying, I called it. Well, you know what? Great minds think alike, because I think a lot of people thought these two guys would be paired quite a bit, or well together. So yes, there's Tarantulas, and I don't have a figure of this guy, but because I happen to be in that VIP chat, I did see somebody shared a picture of it. It is shared by Last Autobot in the VIP Discord server. He's actually one of the new mods in there, so congrats to you, buddy. And I asked him, he said, absolutely, you can go ahead and share the picture. So this is the figure that this new Tarantulas is going to be based on, is the Beast Wars 10th Anniversary Tarantulas. So now that you got a good look at so there's the game version and there's the toy version. Pretty darn similar. So they're to continue to knock it out of the park with these bot designs in the game. And that's pretty much it for the news. There were some bug updates and things like that, but you can check the newsletter for that. I don't really cover that much anymore. But there is an official live stream tomorrow on the Transformers Earth Wars YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook channels. They say get your questions ready for a special Q&A streaming session. Join Fabian and Hyro, who will be talking about game improvements, new features, upcoming bots, and more. That's tomorrow, July 11th at 4 p.m. Universal Time, which is also noon Eastern Time. And you guys, if you've checked it out before, you probably know what time that is for your particular time zone. So now, one more thing before we get off of these slides. I want to let you guys know about something coming up that I was involved in. In fact, it's pretty much all about me, and it's on somebody else's channel. I was the guest on as an interview on the Patriot Prime Reviews YouTube channel, and there is a link down in the description of this video, so you can go over and check out his channel, give him a subscribe, give him a bell icon notification, because he does some great Transformers reviews. He also talks about other people, or talks with other people in what his series called the Sit Rep. If you're not familiar with that military term, is the situation report, basically. And basically, he's got like 10 questions to go through. Half of them are about the Transformers collecting, and the other half are about YouTubing. So if you want to know a little bit more about my collecting habits and YouTube habits, go check out the Sit Rep with Patriot Prime. It's going to premiere on his channel on Friday, July 12th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And what a premiere is, it's a pre-recorded video, but it's kind of like a live, where there's a chat where you can live chat in there. He'll be in there. I plan to be in there, and we'll be chatting with you live in the chat as we're all watching the video together, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Time over on the Patriot Prime Reviews channel. If you can't make it at that time, it will still be a normal video posted. And if you're watching this video after that time, I'll have a little, I think it's over this way, in the other corner. Put a little icon up there, or there's a link in the description where you can go over there and check that out. All right, so let's go ahead and get over here. So yeah, it was actually a really good conversation. We had a lot of good discussions over there with that, and definitely check it out. I'll probably be sharing it over in the community tab too. So if you're subscribed to this channel, it'll show up on your mobile device. If you're in the YouTube app, it should show up in your subscription feed over there. But you know, if you're subscribed over to his channel, it'll show up there too. But yeah, definitely go. He's a great guy. He does some great reviews. Does a lot of G1. He's got his G1 collection is humongous, and he does a lot of G1 reviews. He's also doing a lot of Siege reviews. Definitely go check that out. Okay. So what do you guys think about the new bots? Tarantulas, Rhinox here. So yeah, I'm really hoping, and I don't know how they can make Rhinox without his chain gun of doom. He doesn't necessarily need to have two of them like the toy does, but he definitely should have at least one. But I can totally see them having two of them. He's just kind of like, all right, bring it on, Decepticons. Hopefully they give him a better leg, better legs, because this is a problem with this figure across the board. The knees are just so loose. He absolutely will not stand up. He looks great, but the guy can't stand up, so I generally have him in Rhino mode for display purposes. Yeah, and I'm well aware of the floor polish fix or whatever. Unfortunately, his knees are a pinned joint, and it's going to be kind of difficult to get it in there, and I just haven't taken the time to really work that out. At some point, maybe I will, but he looks just great in Rhino mode. I have him sitting there next to one of my Ram Horn figures, so it's just kind of a little Rhino buddy time over there. So, and then of course you got Tarantulas coming, which yeah, I don't have a figure of him yet. I'm not really searching for one, but now that he's in the game, I suppose it's time to maybe look for that. Maybe he'll be a masterpiece soon. I mean, we are getting Black Arachne as a masterpiece. Rhinox would actually be good as a masterpiece. When he's in his Rhino mode, he's actually really nice, really solid. There's very little robot kibble on him, too. He would be great as a masterpiece. I mean, we've already got Optimus Primal, we've got Cheetor, we've got Dinobot, we've got Beast Wars Megatron as masterpiece, and like I said, Black Arachne is coming, having a Rhinox of Tarantulas, get some rat trap action going in there, Pterosaur, yeah. So these Beast Wars masterpiece would be great. What do you think the abilities are going to be? I really don't know what they're going to be. So like we were saying, with this chain gun of doom, and even Tarantulas will actually in the show would take his 4 legs, if I recall, or his 8 legs, I guess, 4 on each side, and kind of just shoot out of all of them. Very similar to how like Rhinox with his chain gun actually would do. So it's just kind of like a barrage of bullets. They could go either way with that. They could have that be kind of like their standard attack, similar to what I see in some of the air class bots. Storm Clash definitely is one of those that does that, where it's just kind of two guns, like almost like two chain guns, just shooting that, and then they have another special ability. They could do that with those guys, or they can incorporate those particular attack styles into a special ability. Like maybe it's just like you know, he normally has like a plow, and then you hit the special ability, or even better, maybe they're in beast mode as their standard mode, and they just go and kind of acts kind of like a Dinobot or something, and then you hit the ability to transform, and it's just like, you know, there's all sorts of different ideas that you could do. It'd be interesting to see what they actually come up with. Let's see. Did I get the Dinobot bundle? No, I didn't. I'm set on Dinobots, so no, I didn't get any Dinobot bundles. Masterpiece Tigerhawk would be nice. Yeah, absolutely. Other than the game, I don't know how much. I don't hear his name very often in the Transformers community, so I don't really see that happening too much, unless maybe he's popular in Japan somewhere. Because I mean, that's how we got Star Saber back over here, because he was very popular in Japan. Let's see. Device breaks in that ability for Rhinox would be like Ironhide, Pyromagna, Pipes, Jump Stream. Yeah, kind of like rush in or something. Yeah, that's the other thing to do. I mean, if they use the like the chain gun or whatever, it would totally make sense for Rhinox to just transform into Rhino mode and charge into something very similar to Ironhide, though. So, Big Bronze Rim saying their last few abilities to be kind have been a little bit less than worthy, I guess. Yeah. So. Let's see. Don't think he'll be leaderboard worthy. Well, it kind of depends how he's going to turn out. I'm not sure if he's going to be a leaderboard just yet. Well, I suppose we'll find out that. I think he's supposed to come in not next week. I think he's coming the week after next. So we'll definitely find out. Don't need another tank. Yeah, but I don't know how you're going to get around him being a tank. But maybe they'll call him a special, but almost certainly be a melee fighter, unless they go with the chain guns being his standard attack, because that would actually put him back more like a short range, similar to an Ultra Magnus. Even though Ultra Magnus does get up close and personal, do some melee stuff, he does tend to stand back a little bit more. So it might be something like that. Abilities be like Sentius. I don't know if we'll ever see another ability like Sentius Magnus or Malice. That's a pretty special ability. Let's see. Chris Camacho's saying Tarantulas is a spider, so don't think a rush would be good. Yes, that's the problem though with it being a special, the special being a rush, because it doesn't really make sense for Tarantulas. And the trend has been for the new bots coming out together having the same special ability, which I think is a good trend. So you do kind of have to consider both of them. So that's where I was thinking maybe if they were in their beast modes, primarily maybe having there be somewhat of a melee attack, and then their ability actually transform and incorporate that chain gun. That barrage of bullets, or I don't know what you would call it. So, okay, Woodpecker says, what annoys me, I haven't added Hoist yet. Yeah, it doesn't make me mad. I would love to see Hoist show up, but the problem with Hoist is he almost certainly would be a medic, because I mean that's what he's known for. He's kind of like the maintenance guy. Although he has seen some action too. I think it was the Masquerade episode. He was actually on one of the teams that went and captured one of the Stunticons. So Hoist can hold his own in a battle too. He's not just a medic, but he's generally considered a medic, and they'd probably want to put him as a healer. And they've been pretty clear that they're not looking at adding any more healers. So need more G1 characters. They're primarily G1 characters already, but yes, there's still plenty of G1 characters left to come out. Oktar says in the newsletter, said they're primarily be in their beast mode. It may have. I don't recall that. So if that's the case, then yeah, maybe then we'll be right on with them being kind of like that melee style, with their special ability incorporating the chain guns or something like that. Let's see. Trailbreaker would be wicked. He could set up force fields on characters. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. So, Soundbot says got the 4-star warpath from the 4-star back in the Back to Basics event. Cool, cool. Yeah, crystals. I was just picking up the phone to go do those crystals there, Sharksy. Let's crack some crystals, because I think we ran out of speculation on Rhinox and Tarantulas for the time being. Alright, so I've got my shield generator activated because I was visited by, I think it was the Pace, and honestly, even if I had my shield generator activated, he'd still run over me because that guy's pretty super high level. Let's go in there. Alright, so for crystals, here's what we got. I've got 15 premium crystals because I did have to get a bundle to buy some fuel cells to be able to finish the event last week because I was busy for 2 of the 3 days. But I did get to the point where I did get the bronze, the silver, and the gold G1 power core chips, so we're going to be opening those along with those 15 Autobot premium crystals. And also from the event, I had enough shards for some other premium crystals, and I got 2 Decepticon premium crystals and a Decepticon 3-star crystal. So let's go ahead and get the bronze power core out of the way. That's a Grimlock. That is food. Silver G1 power core. We'll light that up, and it gives us Ultra Magnus. I'm pretty sure I have a silver Ultra Magnus for my 3-star, so that's okay. Let's go ahead and get these power cores out of the way. Let's get the gold G1 power core. That is a gold G1 hotspot. If only I had a 4-star hotspot to put it on. The good news is, when I do finally get my 4-star hotspot, I don't have to try to get another one of him because I've got the gold power core for him. And I could always put this on my silver hotspot, or my 3-star hotspot for the time being. But this just adds more fuel to the fire for that search for a hotspot. And the good news is, we got 15 chances at him sitting down here in the in the space bridge. But we'll open up a couple of Decepticon premium crystals here. First, we've got a duplicate Brawl and I'll be surprised if it's not a duplicate, and a duplicate Slipstream. And the 3-star Decepticon crystal gives us a duplicate Vortex. As Chris Taylor saying, the Space Ape is funny like that, giving you a gold G1 power core for a bot that you don't have a 4-star for. But can I tell you something? I'm just glad it wasn't a G1 Optimus Prime, because I've got like 3 of those. It's like I've got more, almost as many. I have exactly as many gold G1 Optimus Primes as I have Optimus Primes. I could put a gold G1 Optimus Prime core on my 2-star Optimus Prime if I wanted to. I'm not going to. I am kind of saving it in case I ever get that 5-star Optimus Prime, though. Alright, so we got some Autobot premium crystals here. We're continuing the search for a hotspot, which has been ramped up because of that gold G1 power core that we just got. We didn't get him this time, but we did get Windblade. Silverbolt. Destroyer Fire Rage saying it's all dupes. Yeah, it probably is. It usually is. But I gotta tell you, I hope you're wrong. Oh, we're stuck on RC. Oh, there we go. It's a 2-star. There's a Snarl. Ironhide. 3-star Ironhide, actually, so that gives us some 4-star shards. Sea Spray. Side swipe, side swipe. Grand Galvatron's got 2 gold brawls. Yeah. Yeah, so you feel my pain there. There's Ratchet. Cosmos. We've got his little sandstorm there. Still looking for the 4-star of that guy. Nice to see him in premium crystals now, though. So we can potentially land a 4-star sandstorm out of a 4-star crystal or a premium crystal. There's Sergeant Cup, as he's called in some toys, probably because they can't get a trademark on just Cup. Like, let me tell you something about Cup. It was a very long time, and it never occurred to me until someone pointed out where his name comes from, because he is a pickup, and if you take off the first 3 letters of the word pickup, you get Cup, spelled exactly like that. It blew my mind. I was like 30 years and I never figured that out. So if I just blew any of your minds out there, I apologize. There's Skydive. Got a G1 bronze Skydive core. Yeah, it's bronze, it's food. There's a hot spot, but it's the wrong flavor. It's the wrong flavor. We need the 4-star flavor of hot spot. But we did get hot spot. Silverbolt. And the last one is another duplicate. It is Firefly. All right. Peyton Reed, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Oh, a lot of blown minds out there. Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad I could share that because, like I said, I had no idea that I saw that. I was literally, I was like, I had, and now it makes absolute perfect sense. It's like, well, duh. But to be fair, Cup's alt mode is more of a Cybertronian pickup, and the toy is more of, normally when you think of a pickup, it's more like a standard truck where you got a little bit of a cab and then you got the hood out front, where the front of his vehicle mode is more like a van, and then the back is normally like a bed, but in his toy, in his alt mode, it doesn't really have the back flap and doesn't always necessarily have that bottom. It's just kind of like 2 pontoons almost. So wasn't really obvious to me even that he was a pickup. But once that got pointed out to me, I was like, huh, it is. And then Generations Cup, where he is an actual modern Earth style pickup, makes even more sense. And I still didn't figure that out from that toy. It wasn't until after I got that it was pointed out. Whew, man, I'll get off of my Cup soapbox. But yeah, man, that was really cool. But yeah, Destroyer Fire Rage just kind of spelled it out there. He even spelled it out, pick up, and then you drop off. Just take the last 3 letters, and there's Cup. Man, it's unbelievable. Yeah, close to 6,000 subs, man. Good catch there, Woody. I didn't realize that was even as close as that is. Only 23 left to go. So yeah, if any of you guys out there haven't subscribed yet and you want to see more of this and join the party every week Wednesday, I'll throw that subscribe link back in the chat and give you another little visual cue in the video. Let's see. What does RC stand for then? You know, I always thought it was literally the letters RC. It was very late. Probably not until I had grown up and got back into Transformers as an adult when I saw it actually spelled out ARCEE. I was like, what? Get out of here. I was like, I thought it was like literally the letter R, the letter C, like RC, like remote control, which kind of doesn't really make sense. Maybe that's where it came. That's probably where it kind of came from, and then they just kind of spelled it out. I don't really know the origin for that one. Chris Taylor saying a Cybertronian El Camino for Cups alt mode. Yes, that's a good one. Yeah. Did someone talk about some new Siege figures in the Discord? Yeah, they found some. They got some pictures up there of the Impactor and Mirage Siege figures in their boxes. Yeah, apparently they must be up for order on the Big Bad Toy Store, because that's where he said he got those pictures. Pretty sure they're over on TF Source as well. I've got them pre-ordered over there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that Impactor toy, and even the Mirage too. I think it looks. I think they both look good. You know, I'm going to get them. We already kind of covered what the Impactor in the game looks like, and it's really not that much like the Siege figure coming out, other than the fact that he's the shoulder cannon is better than the. I actually still have him here. Yeah, he's more based off of the Collector's Club Impactor, except for the Siege figure. The shoulder cannon is a little bit better than this one, which is this gun, which is supposed to be kind of like his shoulder cannon. Really, this is just the pistol that came with the Generations RC that they just kind of painted to be kind of like his shoulder cannon. And it is plugged into his shoulder, so it's still a shoulder cannon. Yeah, and then that Mirage. I think the Mirage in this game. I gotta go back and look at what he looks like. Here, I'll share it with you guys. Okay, so there's Mirage. Pretty standard looking Mirage. I'm thinking this looks a lot like kind of like the classics Mirage, especially the way that his, well, if you won't do the backflip for a second, the way that his wheels are kind of very high up on his back there. And I actually have a figure that I got. I don't think I've ever showed it off before, and I've been meaning to go through and do a video on each of these characters, but man, time is so hard to find nowadays. But yeah, so we'll be getting a Mirage in Siege. Hopefully it won't be too long before we see that Siege Jetfire show up over here. I've had him pre-ordered for a while, and he seems to be showing up at every store other than the one that I ordered it from. But I'm really looking forward to seeing that Jetfire, and I'm trying not to watch videos on it because I don't want to spoil the fun. But I did kind of see how his head transforms, which is amazing. Or at least some part of that transformation, how it kind of ducks back into the back of his that big red backpack of his or whatever. That's pretty good. Very similar to the Siege Starscream legs, the way that gimmick works. Oktar saying Siege is on Netflix in November. Oh, really? I knew it was coming. I hadn't heard of a release date, so yeah, we'll definitely be watching that. And So I gotta think about see, if it's a Netflix show, that means they're probably gonna release the entire season the way they do all of the Netflix shows. So we're gonna have to think about what the spoiler rules are for Siege, because not everybody's going to have Netflix or be able to have a chance to watch Siege when it shows up on Netflix right away. So we might have to come up with a spoiler policy on that. Yeah. Maybe 2 days. 2 days, yeah, we'll do 2 days. I guess it also depends how many episodes and how long they are. Because I mean, if it's going to take a week to get through the show, we're going to need to do a spoiler embargo for more than just a week. So we'll have to see. 1 month rule. Yeah, I think at least a month is pretty standard. What was Endgame's embargo? It was about a month. But here also you got to think about it. Endgame was what, about 3 hours long? How long combined is Siege going to be? I mean, if there's say half-hour episodes and there's 10 of them, that's what, 5 hours? I don't know what they plan to be. I mean, a lot of the like Cyberverse was like 10 minutes or 11 minutes. So I guess we'll have to see. 1 month seems fair though. Am I okay? Is something going wrong? Oh yeah, it does say bad output over here for some reason. Huh. Oh wow. So that says not receiving enough video. Well, now it went red for a little bit. Now it's back green. So yeah, weird. Everything's over here fine in the Hoist headquarters. And now it just stopped. Okay. I don't know what's going on here, guys. Yeah, it's weird. It says it just stopped. And I don't know what's going on. So must have been a solar flare or something. All right. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. So that kind of threw things off, and it's still saying bad output. I don't even know if you guys are hearing this, and it might, once we're done, we might see like 12 different streams show up for 10 seconds and 12 seconds, and hopefully that's not actually the case. But if it is, well, I'll have to clean that up. I do appreciate everybody sticking around, but due to the ghost of Starscream attacking the system, causing technical difficulties, maybe it's that Kremzeek that's up here in the corner is actually causing the problems. I think it's time to actually go ahead and head off. I hope you guys are hearing this. If you don't, I'll do a little chat to let you guys know. But I do want to say thanks to everybody for stopping by, and unfortunately we're ending a little early due to the ghost of Starscream and Kremzeek causing problems, as there he is on the stream. And we'll pick back up again next week here on the channel at Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends. We'll see you next time.